ClaretsTV, speaking with Callum Harrison. Callum, you've agreed to stay on for another season. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, really excited, mate. I think last season was a little bit of a tough one. So to stay on for another season is definitely the right thing for me to do. And I'm really looking forward to the next season, mate, yeah.
Cool. You joined us last season, after a successful period at AFC Sudbury, where you were known for being both-footed, having an eye for goal. Is that something that you're looking to include more in your game this year at a higher standard?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd like to continue with that because scoring goals is always a good feeling. I like the fact I've been labelled as both-footed. Not quite sure on that one, but no, that's a good label to have. And yeah, I think last season maybe I was a little bit too deep maybe in some occasions. Simo will probably agree with that because I've had chats to him about it. So yeah, getting further forward next season, adding goals and assists to my tally is something I'm definitely looking forward and definitely going to try and do, yeah.
And after your departure from Colchester United and playing for a few clubs, lower down the leagues, how did you find your first season in the National League South?
Really good, yeah. I think it was the challenge that I was looking for in terms of the step up. I'm quite an ambitious guy myself, so the step up, the challenge is what I wanted. And I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a bit difficult everywhere. You don't want to use it as an excuse, but it was difficult with a stop-start. But the games I did play, I felt like I did get a few good games under my belt to really get a feel of what it was like, etc. And I enjoyed myself. I felt comfortable. I think, obviously, like I said, I think I know where I need to improve. And yeah, all in all, just looking forward to cracking on with hopefully normality next season.
Yeah. What was it like for you personally playing behind closed doors, and just how excited are you to be welcoming fans back at the earliest opportunity?
Yeah, really excited. I mean, I was just thinking back to the season we've just had, obviously, like I just said, you don't want to use it as an excuse, but it was always clouding over whether it was going to stop, whether it was going to start, etc. And I think just looking at my performances last season when I did manage to string a few games together, it happened to be when the fans were allowed in. I felt my best game was probably, I think it was here against Bath, was probably my sort of standout performance. I think I had another good game away. I believe maybe it haven't.
Yours haven't.
And to get the fans back in is just everything really. It just gives you that it gives me personally, a player that plays with energy, that edge. And I'm really, really looking forward to them coming back and sort of giving us that boost that we're going to need, because we will need it. We needed it last season and we couldn't quite have it in different situations. And I think a good home crowd will always go a long way, yeah.
And despite a COVID scare and a few little niggly injuries that you had, you were still able to make a decent number of appearances in a very stop-start season, as you mentioned. What do you think you need to do to ensure that you're at the front of Robbie Simpson's mind and to be starting every game?
It's funny because I'm touching on things as we're going. Yeah, I think, like I said at the start, I think I need to sort of concentrate on staying further forward. I think a player like myself, I like to be sometimes, as he'd probably describe, too involved in the play. And come and make things happen when really I need to be in the final third making things happen up there. So I think first and foremost I just need to sort of nail my position down, hopefully score a few goals. I think that's always a positive, but getting forward and making things happen I think will catch his eye, bringing my normal energy to my game, whilst trying to chip in defensively as well. I can see that being sort of a good combination and hopefully being in the forefront of Simo's mind for when the games start. Yeah, I think a solid pre-season will always help anyone trying to get a spot in any team. So I think that's where I'm going to start, having a solid pre-season, get myself really fit and go from there, mate, yeah.
Cool. And we've touched on quite a lot of it, if style of playing, want to add more goals and assists. But finally, Callum, what are your personal goals next season, other than all of that?
Yeah, I think before every season I try and set myself sort of a goals and assists tally target. I always, as a midfielder, I'd like to add 10 goals to any team. So that would be one of mine, and then just as many assists as I can. Obviously I try and take set pieces and stuff, but I just want to be that energy in midfield that sort of gives the team the spark in times when we need it from the start of games, just that real energy. So in terms of targets, I'd say goals and assists, and then I'd also say just making a load of appearances, just being, like you said in your previous question, being almost the first name on the team sheet. I think for a player like myself, I think that's really important for me, and that will keep me going, my confidence high, staying in the team, and that's really my goal, mate, to get as many appearances behind me as possible, and hopefully with that pushing the team up we're obviously going to try and go for promotion this season because we've got a good group of lads, a strong group of lads, and we're really going to go for it. So that's sort of the aim, yeah.
Very well, thank you for your time, Callum, and good luck for the next season.
No worries, thank you.